Hey sports bettors, how are you guys doing today? So Sunday, February 20th, Cleveland is going to be hosting the NBA All-Star Weekend. Now, in the NBA, being an NBA All-Star is a huge honor and a huge accomplishment for many players. You remember a few years back when Bradley Beal boycotted an All-Star event because he wasn't an All-Star? Or the time when Rudy Gobert was literally brought to tears because he was snubbed from the All-Star game? Yeah, being an All-Star is a big deal to players, and we've seen that shown time and time again. So as of today, we're about 1 week away from voting being closed for this year's All-Stars. So here's how the voting process works. 50% of the vote is weighed by fan voting, 25% is weighed by players voting, and the other 25% is weighed by the media. My question today is, can we use this extra motivation of an All-Star appearance in these last few days of voting in our advantage to win some bets? Let's find out. All right, guys, so there have now been 2 returns from the fan voting results since the All-Star ballots have opened. So right here, you see the second fan returns from the All-Star voting, and you can see which players are getting more votes, which ones are getting the least amount of votes. But you see some names in here that are very intriguing, and there are a giant group of potential first-time All-Stars on this list. So guys, in this video, I'm going to run through some of the players who I think might have some extra motivation in this last week and see if we can use that extra motivation to maybe win some player prop bets on these guys. All right, guys, so I'm going to start at the bottom of my list here and work my way up until I get to the guy who I think has the most motivation in this last week to being an NBA All-Star. Number 1, Deandre Ayton. He's never been an All-Star, and you know that's got to be weighing on him because of who he was drafted with, right? He was in the same draft class as Trae Young, Luka Doncic, both players who have previously been All-Star starters. And this guy who was selected first overall, never been to an All-Star game. You know that's going to be weighing on him. And then another thing, looking at this offseason, he went through a ton of contract negotiations. The Suns pretty much said they did not want to give him a max contract. You know he's got that chip on his shoulder, and I'm sure he wants to prove to the Suns he is worth that max contract, and he wants to be an All-Star this year. So watch out for DeAndre Ayton. Number 2. Actually, I'll go 2 and 3 together. I'm going to go Anthony Edwards and LaMelo Ball. Now, I'm going to put these two guys together because they were drafted right by each other in the draft just last year. They want to be the first one of that draft class to be in the All-Star game. So I think that LaMelo Ball and Anthony Edwards have the extra motivation as well. All right, number 3, I'm going to stay in Charlotte, and I'm going to go Miles Bridges. All right, Miles Bridges might be more of a surprise story this year, but he has had a very good season, averaging nearly 20 points a game. He is active on Twitter, sharing it multiple times about how he wants to be in the All-Star game, getting people to vote for him to be in the All-Star game. As you can see here on the second fan returns, he is the 9th guy on the East in the front court ballot for votes ahead of LaMarcus Aldridge. So now that he's seen his name on that ballot and he sees that he has a chance to be an All-Star, I think he's really going to push forward this last week or so and trying to get those extra votes. All right, number 5, I have another first-time potential All-Star in Fred VanVleet. Now, this guy's been playing amazing so far in 2022, and I think maybe that potential All-Star game appearance might have something to do with it. So if you look at his numbers, he's averaging 27 points a game in the month of January, and he recently just won Player of the Week nominees for the Eastern Conference. He's really having a breakout month, and I think he's going to continue that going forward. I think he wants that All-Star game spot. In the very first All-Star game ballot returns, his name was not on the list. And after having that Player of the Week nomination, we saw his name go from not on the list to now number 8 for East guards. So he sees his name on that list. I think he's going to continue to push this intensity to try to get in the All-Star game. All right, number 6, I'm going to go with Darius Garland. Now, there's many reasons for him having motivation to get in the All-Star game. For one, the game will be held in Cleveland. But number 2, he's never been to an All-Star game, and he's having a breakout year. This might be one of the few chances he has, I think, to be an All-Star. If you look at what he's been doing recently in the month of January, his shot attempts have gone up from 15 a game to 17 a game, and his assist rate has gone way up. He was averaging a 7.5 assists in the month of December. That's gone up to now 10 assists in the month of January, and he's had some very big assist games so far in the month of January. I think he's using this All-Star game as a little more motivation for him to get those votes. All right, next one up is RJ Barrett. Now, if you look at the second fan returns, RJ Barrett's name is not on that list, but I don't think that's stopping him from using this All-Star game as motivation. If you look at what he's done in the month of January, he's already had 3 30-point games. opposed to only having 2 in the months prior. He's been shooting more. He's been scoring more in the month of January. He's averaging nearly 25 points in this month. And another thing for RJ Barrett, which I think is on his mind, is he's seen Zion Williamson, his old Duke teammate, and he's seen John Morant, who went right ahead of him in the draft, have big seasons. John Morant's going to be an All-Star. Zion's already been an All-Star. I know RJ Barrett wants to get an All-Star game appearance under his belt. All right, guys, and the next player is the player whose name is not on this second fan returns yet, but a lot of people are talking about him being a potential All-Star this year, and that is rookie Evan Mobley. Once again, he's going to be playing in Cleveland in front of his home fans, so that's obviously extra motivation. But on top of that, he has a chance to be the first rookie to be an All-Star since Blake Griffin did it in 2011, and only the third rookie to make an All-Star game since 1998 when Tim Duncan did it. We've seen him pick up his game a lot in the month of January. His shot attempts have gone up, highest of the year. His assist rate has gone up, highest of the year. And he's scoring more than he has all year in the month of January. I think he's going to continue to keep up that momentum to try to get some more stats to get this All-Star game appearance. All right, and number one, the guy I think who has the most motivation to be an All-Star this year is center for Cleveland, Jarrett Allen. Once again, he's going to be playing in front of his home court, extra motivation there. If you get on Twitter, look at Jarrett Allen's page, and you can see that he has nonstop been tweeting and retweeting, sharing stuff about him being an All-Star, trying to get people to vote for him. On the second fan returns list, you see him sitting right there at number 6 for front court players. He has a great shot of being an All-Star, and I don't think he wants to throw this away. This is another one of those players that he knows this might be the last chance he has to be an All-Star with how good he's played this year. Look at his stats so far in the month of January. This month he's averaging 12 rebounds a game opposed to 9 in the month of December. One more thing for Jarrett Allen. He was asked after a recent game about the importance of being an All-Star, and he had this quote, "I'm not going to lie, I do want to be an All-Star. I'm playing to win, but I am playing. I really do feel like I can be the one this year." Don't kid yourself. Jarrett Allen has a shot to be an All-Star. I think he's going to try to take advantage of it. I give you guys all these extra motivational stats. Maybe take some player props on these guys. I think they're going to be taking every advantage they can to get more stats, to make a better impression on the media, a better impression on opposing coaches, and a better impression on fans to get their name in that All-Star game. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope this was beneficial to you. We'll see how this goes. We'll see how these players play out the rest of the week before the All-Star game. But as always, if you're looking for player props or any kind of bets, go to OddsJam's website and check it out. That's the best place to find props and the only place where you can find the best lines and the greatest value for your play. So check out OddsJam, guys, and good luck out there.